Hello, my terrific Taurus, and welcome to your weekly energy reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, check out the other signs in your chart in case they resonate with you more. However, this is hopefully something that will be resonating with the majority of you. And we'll go ahead and get started here. We do no reversals on the weekly readings. Those are for monthly readings and love readings, that kind of thing. This is just more to get your weekly energy vibe, okay? So here we have the Nine of Cups. So do you feel like, you are having some abundance there with friends, family, and relationships, okay? So maybe people are coming around you a lot more. Maybe you're kind of getting out and about more. Maybe you've been kind of in a hermit phase, I feel like, and now you're kind of out there putting yourself out. Maybe you have some things lined up too. I'm getting a sense for some of you that you have things kind of lined up, to do. Maybe vacations with family. Maybe you have some entertainment coming as far as like family trips, family functions, family reunions, or friend gatherings, maybe like nights out, those kinds of things that you're looking forward to. But I see kind of some things maybe with the weather breaking. That's kind of something that's on the horizon for some of you. We do have the Hanged Man here, okay? So with this, I see a plan to kind of really think things through. So for some of you, this could be something with an individual person in this group or in this lot. Something may present itself to you. I get the feeling that that's something and you're actually having to make a purposeful thought process about this, okay? So somebody in your friend group, your friend zoned type of people, perhaps they might emerge as a little bit more than a friend, or might kind of expose themselves as having more interest in you than just a friend. And maybe for the first time, you're seeing that in somebody. And I feel like you're kind of thinking this through in a way that, you're actually putting thought into this for the first time. It's kind of actually something you're saying, okay, I'm going to actually consider this, deep thoughts actual on it, not just kind of glazing it over and moving on type of situation. But this is something that, you're actually considering. And I do feel like it's something that is going to be a positive if you actually give it a chance, because down here you go from a 9 of Cups to a 10 of Cups, which is kind of really making me feel like, that in this, if you're a single, okay, and this is kind of something where somebody in your friend group is emerging and, maybe you're thinking about it, you're having your concerns, you're contemplating, do I want to potentially lose them as a friend? Should I even risk it? Do I want to take them out of that friend zone? What happens if things go, belly up? Those kinds of, rational fears. Those are kinds of, realistic things to worry about. But I do think if you do follow through with that, it will bring you ultimate happiness, fulfillment from that, okay? Now, for others of you that may be in a relationship, things are looking pretty good, right? They're doing pretty well. But, this Hanged Man may be where you've been given an opportunity, okay? And you're really thinking it through. So perhaps you're taking this to a new level. So maybe something has been presented to you in terms of, would you like to move in together? Would you like to, get married? Would you like to, maybe you're already married or you're already living together, would you like to start a family? Something that you're deliberately going to actually have to think about, think on. But I think that if you do, it's going to, complete something for you. So I do think that there's going to be something that is a movement forward for you in a positive direction, in a relationship sense, in a love fulfillment type of situation. So I think that's going to be definitely a good move for you. But let's get your challenge card, because there's always a challenge for sure. So let's go ahead and see what kind of challenge card you might have throughout this process. And we had the Hanged Man. Okay, so for this, the issue here is that some of you are overthinkers, right? Some of you are those people who you don't just think something through, you think it through till it's dead, right? You beat a dead horse, okay? You think, you overthink, and you almost think something through so much that you end up either talking yourself out of it. You don't pay attention to your intuition or your gut reaction. You either let your head talk you out, your heart out of things, or, you know, different things like that. But again, I feel like this situation here is you are potentially overthinking the situation, okay? And if you know you have a tendency to do that, I have a tendency to do that, and if you know you have a tendency to do that, then the thing you need to do here is don't, okay? Kind of really listen to yourself, listen to your vibrations, listen to your intuition, okay? Maybe just, what was my first gut reaction? What's my first thought? You know, kind of shut down your thoughts in your mind, shut down what your heart is telling you, shut all that off, and just listen to your vibes in your body, your soul, you know, kind of something of that nature. But again, do not just overthink something too much, because, you know, it could be too that if you are having to put too much thought into something, or that's what it seems like anyway to your potential suitor or other person or partner, they may feel like, okay, well then this isn't really what you want. If you have to think about it this hard, you must not be interested in it. It must not be something that you want. And that may not be the case at all. You may just be an overthinker, you know, you may just be somebody who just tends to just beat yourself over the head over and over with the same thoughts, and replaying it, and every single option, and what could go wrong, and all this and that. Just don't, okay? Don't do that. But let's go ahead and this is the Psychic deck. Let's get some clarification on this Nine of Cups, base chakra, okay? So this is dealing with like the things that you have, the, you know, material possessions, things, worldly possessions, base needs. And I think here, you know, that may be what you've got, that you've had all of that, that's fine. And that may be part of what is keeping you from moving forward into other things, is that, you know, you have all of your base needs. You may be afraid to lose some of that if you take somebody out of a friend zone, okay? But also, again, your base needs may have been holding you back with things like moving in with somebody, getting married to somebody, you know, having kids. All of those things change your finances, your home life, your, you know, different base chakra, worldly type situations, right? So this may be something that is really kind of, you've been stagnant here because you don't really want a whole lot of changes to that. You were fine with that, but, you know, fine is one thing, you're good with it, but you could be great. That's the thing. So you don't know what you're missing until you have it, right? And then you're like, wow, I could have had that all along. So keep that in mind, okay? And this is the Moon deck. So we're going to grab a card off this Hangman on top of a Hangman, which is, you know, really kind of screaming that you're an overthinker to me, okay? And I am so guilty of that. I will be the one who reads a text chain to myself 86 times and comes up with 47 interpretations of what was meant out of that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, creation. And again, this is telling you that you can create your own happiness, or you can create your own, you know, destruction ultimately, depending on how you think things through, depending on how you allow yourself to move forward, right? So you need to look at the way you're thinking about things, okay? And you need to really trust your gut, trust your intuition to create your happiness, okay? Because thinking and overthinking, you know, it's fine. You can read the information, you can have the information there, and all that's great. But you could have all the information in the world and still make the wrong decision, because not all decisions are driven by facts, right? A lot of decisions are driven by what makes us happy, by what makes us comfortable, by what makes us spiritually fulfilled, right? You can't find those answers in a book. You can't, you know, so thinking it through, overthinking it, you know, contemplating every possible outcome that you could never control, you could never anticipate. You know, they always say, if you want to make God laugh, make a plan, right? Because again, you can create your own happiness and your own path and your own whatever to an extent, right? You can do that, but ultimately you just have to go with what's going to make you happy for now, because you can never ever, you know, predict what could happen, you know, way down the road. You can kind of try to guide it the way that's going to make you the happiest, but just kind of go with your instinct, go with your intuition, go with your gut, go with what feels right. Okay. Don't overthink it 10,000 ways, because you can't control everything and everyone. You just can't. Okay. And let's get one last advice card for you and close you out here. But I do think that everything is, you know, if you don't overthink it and you do allow yourself to take in these opportunities to move forward in your life, in your relationships, if that's what makes you happy, if that's what your instinct and your gut tells you, then I do think you have a chance to, you know, go from what is, you know, good, fine or good, to what is great and super fulfilling. So let's see what we got here. All right, let's see what this one says for you. This one says, you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? And again, exactly what I just said. You can't make a mistake because you don't know what, you know, you can't control everything in the world, right? So we don't know what's going to be the outcome. All you can do is choose what makes you feel the happiest now, what feels right to you. There's endless possibilities, right? We don't know that. So there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. The answer that's right is the answer that is creating your happiness right here, you know? So overthinking it or trying to figure out what every possible outcome could be, you know, or the worst possible case scenario, you know, all of these things, they're not going to do you any good because they may never happen, you know, or you may think this is going to be the greatest thing in the world and then fall flat on your face. That's called life. So again, but this one is definitely telling you there's infinite possibilities. And, you know, go where your heart's guiding you. So again, what's making you happy? This is all telling you. And this is your heart's fulfillment. This is true happiness, joy. So I do think that whatever's going to give you that fulfillment and kind of expand your relationship and your completeness in that relationship is what's going to be the right answer for you. So again, don't overthink it, okay? So I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. I would be really happy to hear from you in the comments if you have anything to add or say, or if this has resonated with you or not. Or if you like this style or don't, please do let me know. Otherwise, I hope to see you back. Bye.